Man was riding his bike when he was hit by a police car, but the police not only didn't apologize, they said it was the man who hit their car. After searching the man, they found that John was carrying $30,000 in cash. The two of them were instantly excited. They immediately slipped 2 packets of contraband into John's bag, and then they confiscated all his cash on the spot. John pleaded with them for mercy. The money was for his brother's bail in a hurry. If it's not delivered by this afternoon, his brother would be transferred to a felony facility. The officer asked what his brother had done. John reluctantly said he was selling contraband. The two men almost laughed. They thought the money was 80% stolen. John looked helpless. He said he could show proof that he earned all the money from his restaurant job, but the officers still drove off like robbers. John was furious and went to the police station. He told the officer he'd been robbed. John is a retired special forces officer. He used his remarkable memory to paint a picture of the two robbers, but when he heard John say the robbers were police officers, that made the policewoman blush, because the officer who robbed his was serving here. He told John with a look of disdain, now his behavior is a false report, by signing the police report. That's a felony. Seeing that the atmosphere is tense, the police chief rushed to intervene, but after reading his men's case files, he claimed that they had executed the case without a problem. He took out John's cell phone and turned off his recording, and then he made a direct threat. If John continued to cause trouble at the station, they'd have to lock him up. But John was prepared for this. He took out proof of his income from his restaurant job, that he earned his savings legally. Now he just wanted what was his, and the commissioner just started playing hardball. He told John to get a lawyer and sue them. You win the case and you get your money back, or you can get the hell out of here right now. Now John had to give in, because he needed the money now, so he came up with a plan. He could have just 10,000 of the confiscated 30,000 to bail out his brother. The rest of the money could stay with the police, and he would not pursue this matter any further. Hearing of such a hassle-free program, the chief agreed, so he and John agreed to pick up the money at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Then he politely asked him to leave. John held back his anger and said thank you. Then he turned his head and left, waiting until early the next morning. He rode his bike to the police station. He was told that his brother had been taken away. The commissioner deliberately moved up the prisoner transport, because John caused trouble at his station yesterday, so the chief didn't want to give him his money back. Don't look at the commissioner's arrogance now. Soon he'll know what kind of a tough guy he's messed with. The commissioner was sipping his coffee. Suddenly he realized that John had come back. The commissioner asked his men to check John's information. Then he was ready to go out and let John go. He told John that the 10,000 offer was a very good one, and it would have made both sides happy. But he did one thing wrong. He challenged his authority at the station. The commissioner's been in charge here for 30 years. It's the first time he's ever had someone make a demand of him. There's no way he'll stand for it. John smiled slightly. This is the first time in his 30 years as a special forces soldier that he feels the urge to beat someone up. The policewoman also found John's information. His real identity is not special forces. He's an instructor who trains special forces. The fighting skills he developed are still among the strongest.